Hey Dynamics, it's Michele Elmas Hardy here of dynamicbusinesswomen.com, and today I would like to talk to you about proven strategies that have helped me to grow my list. Now I know they say the money is in the list. Well, yes and no, but it's going to be a lot easier to be able to sell your product if you have more people on your list to be able to sell it to. By having a quality list, this then is able to give you direct access to the people that want to hear from you and, more importantly, want to buy from you the most. But the biggest question I hear is, how do you grow your list? And it's a really, really good question. People just quite simply don't like to part with their email address anymore, and for good reason, because who wants to be bombarded with sales promos and just buy from me, look at me, look at me. So being able to put together a good quality opt-in campaign is not just about getting those people onto your list and selling to them, but it's being able to create value and actually giving your customer what they want, giving your customer what they need before they actually buy from you. So let's talk about different ways that we can build a really good quality email list. Number one, let's start off with giving them free information and update. People like feeling as though they're part of an exclusive club. People like to feel as though they belong somewhere. So take advantage of this and include snippets of information in your newsletter that perhaps you're not putting out there publicly. It's exclusively for your subscribers. For example, in my newsletter list, I have about 2 or 3 things that I like to put out there, things that have inspired me this week, marketing things that I'm experimenting with, giveaways, things that have helped me grow my business, little things like that. So they go out each week onto my newsletter, which you can subscribe to at dynamicbusinesswomen.com, and they don't go out to the public. So it is just for my subscribers, and it's just a little something extra for them to say, thank you, I love you. Number 2, resource sheets. Everybody wants to know how to do it faster, quicker, easier. So if you can save them time by putting out a checklist, a swipe file, a to-do list, so anything that is going to save them time, energy, money, because time is money, then they're going to love you for it. Ebooks. Ebooks are a great way to build your list and to be able to potentially reach people that may not have discovered you through any of your other online avenues. And the best part is that creating an ebook doesn't necessarily mean that you have to start from scratch. The biggest tip that I received from somebody who was a #1 Amazon bestseller was that you already have the content. If you've been blogging for a while, it's just a matter of consolidating some blogs, tweaking it, putting it all together. Boom, there's your ebook. Also, a really great opt-in offer that you can add to your website that will entice people to opt in. They can get a free copy, or they can get, I've seen people like Denise Duffield-Thomas, who offers the first 3 chapters of her book. So it's a great way to get people in. And if you're offering the first 3 chapters, then what are people going to want to do if they've enjoyed it? They're going to want to buy the book. So it's a great passive income stream. Number 4, offer discounts on your product or services. Now, a great way to do this, I'm not a big fan of discounting your product, but if you have an updated e-course or something like that, you can offer a discounted offer on the older version. So something that perhaps you're not using anymore, but it's still quality stuff, you can discount that. Coupon codes, if you're selling something online, maybe you want to offer a coupon code for free shipping. You know, there's a great website here in Australia, and they sell women's clothing. I tend to visit there a lot. When you first jump onto their website, you sign up to their newsletter, you may not be ready to buy straight away, Not many people are if they're visiting a website for the very first time, but you can jump on there, you can receive their newsletters of new stock that's been brought in, sales, etc. And because you've signed up, what they'll do is that very first automated email that you receive is a discount code to your next offer, which will then remove the shipping off your first purchase. Voila! You can resist that. And that kind of rolls into point number 5, is to put out there as Optin's unused material. So you may not want to discount an old e-course or something that you've got out there, but it's probably a good thing and a valuable thing to be able to give away for free. Or if you had a really, really good blog post that got a lot of hits, got a lot of engagement, it was something that you know that your audience really, really loved, and it was, say for example, how to create the perfect gluten-free brownies, and give them the recipe for it, because they'll love you, and you know that because everybody else has already told you how much they've loved it. So why not use it as an opt-in? Repurpose some information that you've got. Webinars. I am a huge fan of webinars. This has actually been probably the one main source of how I initially grew my business when I had no subscribers at all. So I was creating webinars, and when people signed up for the webinar, then they would automatically go onto my list. And so how do you get them onto a webinar when you don't have a list? Facebook ads. And you can build your list quite rapidly by doing a number of webinars.